Hey family, welcome to House Culture. We're all about helping create a healthy culture in every home. Usually you see my beautiful, wonderful wife, Shira, sitting here next to me, but today you're stuck with me. These past few weeks have been difficult. They've really shown us the need for healthy homes. And we've been walking through just an arrangement of emotions. And really for us, Shira and I, we've just been trying to filter our feelings and make sense of what we're feeling. And the emotions have just been all over the place, just from pure sadness to what is happening in our world, to brokenness, to anger, and to be honest with you, some helplessness, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to feel or how to feel. And I'm sure many of you have felt that way. There's just so much finger pointing, and things have been turned political, and people are pitting one side against another. It's just been so difficult to watch. And the hardest part to watch is the division. You have to believe that Satan is laughing, the enemy is laughing, and he's saying, I've got him right where I want him. There's so much division and there's so much discord that the dysfunction and the mistrust and the hatred, that's when Satan's kingdom flourishes. And so as a family, as a ministry, Shira and I, in doing House Culture, we've just been seeking God as we filter these feelings, and just begging God to give us wisdom on how to respond, how to help, how to speak the truth in love. And I've never felt conviction like I do now to speak out and try to help, just try to help. And so the only thing that we know how to do, that I know how to do, is just look at the life of Jesus and respond like he responded, and live a life and follow his example. And for those of you who are connected with our House Culture, for those of you who follow Christ, right now more than ever do we need to literally act like Jesus. Right now more than ever do we need to put our pride aside, our party aside, and we need to do exactly what Jesus has called us to do. John chapter 13, verse 35 says, "Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples." Jesus and his love is the hope, is the only hope that our world has. It's not my post or my videos or your posts or your videos. Christ transcends all of that. And so, using Christ as our guide, we wanted to just try to put out some tips, try to put out some, maybe just an answer to the question that maybe you're asking there at home. What can I do? How can I help? And so, as we've prayed, as we've just been seeking the face of God, we feel like God's just given us some answers. And so we wanted to share those with you today real quick. So number one is this: we must pray. We must pray. This is not some Sunday school answer. This is not just some Christian talk. Our world needs prayer warriors, prayer for people that are hurting, prayer with people that are struggling, that are battling, who are walking this very difficult journey. Even though your difficult journey may be different than my difficult journey, we need prayer. We need to seek the face of God. Prayer is turning our attention to God and giving him our heart and our attitude and our emotions and our reactions. Prayer is doing exactly what the disciples did in the midst of their storm. As they were on the boat and there's this storm, what did they do? They turned to Jesus. They looked to Jesus for help, and they said, "Jesus, we need you right now more than ever." Do we, as followers of Christ, need prayer in our lives need to turn our attention to Jesus. James chapter 5 verse 16 says, the earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. So number one, what can you do? Don't stop praying. Don't allow prayer to be people to talk about it as just, oh, that's just what Christians say. That's just what, no. Prayer is a powerful tool that you and I have available. Don't lessen your prayers. He hears you and he is working. So the number one thing that you and I can do is pray. Pray with people, pray for people. Pray in front of your spouse, pray for your spouse, pray in front of your kids, pray for your kids. Let prayer be number one. But number two, what can I do? And I think this is super practical. And again, as we've prayed and just sought wisdom and talked to so many people, this is what I want to encourage you to do. Create conversations. Create conversations. And if I could, part B of that create conversation is be a bridge, not a barricade in your conversations. So create conversations, but be a bridge, not a barricade in all of your conversations. Not just with people of the opposite race. Not just when a bunch of people are listening to what you have to say. In all of your conversations, be a bridge. See, what we want to do in our social media posts and everything, we want to lay out the way we think it should be. And so many times all we're doing is putting barricades out. And we're not bridging anything. We're saying, this is what I want you to know. This is what I want you to say. This is what I think. But I think it's so important for us to be a bridge. Why? Because people's souls are more important than our posts. Don't miss that. People's souls are more important than me getting my opinion across. Understand that your words carry weight. So go create conversations. Create conversations with people that are hurting. And right now, in this time in our world, the people that are hurting the most are the African American community. And so go create some conversations. Be a bridge to someone. And get out and have those conversations. But guess what? A month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, it might be a totally different people, a totally different community that is hurting. Go create conversations with them. I just want to encourage you. Be a bridge. Be a bridge, not a barricade, by creating conversations. And for some of you, you may say, well, I just don't know anybody that was really affected by what's going on. So let me encourage you in this. Expand your reach. It's time for us to expand our reach. People's sensitivity is heightened now more than ever to having conversations, to listening. Go create conversations by expanding your reach. But there's a very important part of this. When we talk about creating conversations, I think this is so crucial. Listen more than you talk. Listen more than you talk. James 1:19 says, my dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. That is the exact opposite of what our world is doing right now. Speak, speak, speak. Get angry, get angry, get angry. Listen later. Jesus says, listen first. Be slow to speak. So as you're creating conversations, as you're trying to be a bridge and not a barricade, listen to what people are saying. I had a great conversations with one of my great friends the other day. He's an African American. He's in just one of a city that's just going crazy right now with so much stuff. And I said, what is it that I can do? What is it that I can share? What is it that the African American community wants right now? And he said, we just want to be heard. And so it's all of our jobs, not just white people, black people, all of us. Listen, be a bridge, create conversations with each other. Number 3, strive to be known for what you stand for all the time. Strive to be known for what you stand for all the time. Right now, tension is high, right? Everyone in the world is talking about all the things that are going on. But I want to encourage all of us to be a person that in 3 months from now, everyone knows what you stand for. Not just when things are heightened, not when it's kind of easy. What are the convictions that you're living about? Live your life with a purpose all the time, not just right now. Everyone in the world knows what Martin Luther King Jr. was all about. Everyone knew what he stand for. I never met him. Many of us never met him, but we know today what he stood for because he lived every day with those convictions of purpose. And so let us be people who live with convictions, not just when it's convenient, not just when it's in the news cycle, but live with convictions. I love that Martin Luther King Jr. quote, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Let me encourage you. Strive to be known for what you stand for all the time. Be a person of love. And number 4, and I think this one's so important, be a global citizen and raise your kids to be global citizens. What does that really mean? What does that really mean, Bobby? Respect and love all people, not just those who look like you, act like you, and believe like you. All of us. I don't want you to take this as me talking at anybody. I'm so sick of people talking at me. My heart, my conviction from the Lord is for us to all understand how to help one another. I get so guilty of living in my own little bubble, but we need to be global citizens. We need to be people who are all about humanity. We need to be about justice. We need to be about love. But listen to this. We can't be about humanity just for those people who we think deserve it. If that was the case, think about Jesus. If it was just, I'm going to die for those who deserve it, I'm so thankful Jesus wasn't that way. I'm so thankful that justice, that's not how Jesus acted. It wasn't about just people who deserve justice. It's for all people. How do I become a global citizen? How do I raise my kids to be global citizens? I need to be about God's people, humanity all the time. I need to love people all the time. I need to be about love. And for us as Christians, as Christ followers, we need to be all about Jesus in every situation. In every situation. Respect people, love people, teach our kids to love others. As spouses, have those conversations. If each one of us can take a small step, I believe that our world can take a big step. But it starts with me and it starts with you. It starts with us in our homes, creating a healthy culture. And part of that healthy culture is having uncomfortable conversations. It's talking about things that you really don't want to talk about, you don't understand, you don't know how to. And so let me encourage you this week. We always encourage you to be creators. How do I create a healthy home this week? How do I create a healthy environment? Man, take these steps. Pray, create conversations, stand for what you're known, be all about what you want to be known for all the time. Live your life with purpose and be a global citizen. Raise your kids to be global citizens. It's all about people. It's all about love. But most importantly, it's all about Jesus all the time and in every situation. Our world needs it now more than ever. Let this be our encouragement to you. We love you. We thank you. We would be honored if you would share this video with your friends, with your loved ones. Go on our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Our heart is to truly help. And if we can help in any way, we would love for you to reach out. We always end on this blessing found in Numbers chapter 6. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We'll see you next week.